I'm sorry in advance, Sami Zayn fans, because you're not going to want to hear this. I'm probably going to upset some of y'all, and you need to be warned because I'm about to trigger y'all. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and why y'all are going to be upset. Now, I got to be honest with you. I was thinking about this myself. As a Sami Zayn fan, I can relate. I can understand your frustration. I am frustrated with Sami Zayn's booking in WWE. This comes after a sensational early 2024, being able to dethrone Gunther as the Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania 40, going on a multi-month run as IC Champion. The sky looked limitless, right? Looked limitless. And in recent months, he's been paired back with the Bloodline. I don't have a problem with that. Why would you? It's WWE's top storyline in the entire company. Being aligned with Roman Reigns, being aligned with Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, that's not a bad spot at all. Heck, Survivor Series War Games, you even were aligned with CM Punk going up against the new Bloodline. That is not a bad spot to be in. Being Intercontinental Champion is not a bad spot to be in. But there's also pros and cons to being in that spot. And there's something that's been going on with Sami Zayn that's really floated under the radar, and I'm here to expose it. I'm here to highlight it. I'm here to put a spotlight on it. Now, this is not to crap on WWE. This is not to crap on Sami Zayn. I am a Sami Zayn fan. I want to see him succeed. And I was very happy for him at WrestleMania 40. And I was very happy for him to go on a multi-month run as IC champion. I thought it was overdue. I mean, he's held the championship before, but beating Gunther, ending that historic reign, significant, huge. But then I was thinking to myself, what has Sami Zayn done since he's dropped the Intercontinental Championship to Braun Breaker at SummerSlam? Well, I can tell you. So he dropped the title at SummerSlam. He then put Braun Breaker over in a 2 out of 3 falls match in August on an episode of Monday Night Raw. That's fine. Then he went into a program with Ludwig Kaiser. That led to a World Heavyweight Championship match with Gunther on Monday Night Raw. Got no problem with that. No one expected him to beat Gunther for the world title, but it was in a prominent role. I got no problem with that. It elevated him. What can he do next? Well, then he gets paired with the Bloodline, and this is what I can tell you since then. Since October, think about that. So 2 months after he lost the IC title, since October, he won War Games. He put Seth Rollins over on the December 2nd episode of Monday Night Raw. He put Drew McIntyre over not once, but twice in the span of 3 days, Saturday Night's Main Event and December 16th Raw. He then works Carmelo Hayes and goes to a no contest. And then he and Jimmy and Jay, they put over the new Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga on the January 3rd episode of SmackDown. What does all of that come together? What does all of that have in common? He's doing jobs. He is putting others over. Here's what you may not want to hear. I think he's going to take a step back in 2024, or in 2025 from 2024. In fact, I think he's already taken a step back. I think he has fallen from grace of where he is at. Just because you were positioned on television with someone, if you lose every single match, or at least every single significant match, well, you start to get devalued. You are devalued in the eyes of the fans, both hardcore and casuals. You're not the same guy. We're not talking about the Sami Zayn that won the Intercontinental title from Gunther. We're not talking about the Sami Zayn that went on a multi-month run as IC champion. We're not even talking about the Sami Zayn heading into SummerSlam, coming off of a win over Braun Breaker before losing the title. I'm not even talking about that. Think about everything that he's done since then. I could make the argument for the last 5 months, Sami Zayn hasn't done anything of note. I could really make the argument that Sami Zayn hasn't done anything of note in the last 4 months. I'm okay with the Gunther feud. I'm glad that they put him over Kaiser in that feud, right? Because I feel like if you come out of a big-time program, if you're a babyface, you need to win that Nets feud, whatever that may be, right? And obviously they did that. Got no problem with that. Kaiser's a great guy to work with. Putting him in a feud with Gunther, got no problem to do that. How do you follow it up? Okay, you put him with the Bloodline. You put him in that feud. I love it. I'm good with it. I like it. Why are you beating him? Right? Why are you booking him strong on Friday Night SmackDown, but then you're beating him on Monday Night Raw, right? Like, and I get they need to get Drew over. I get that. I got no problem with that. But why are you beating Sami Zayn twice, right? Why are you doing that in such a short period of time? It's okay. You want to put him. You want Drew to go over on him on Saturday Night's Main Event. It's a big time show. It's Drew's first match back since the Punk feud. I got no problem with that. That's a great spot to be in. Drew McIntyre is one of WWE's biggest stars under contract. I got no problem with that. But why are you putting him over twice? And why are you doing it in the span of 3 days? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you having him get beat by Seth Rollins on television? Why are you booking a Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn program on television? Right? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So if you look at the booking, if you look at the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the booking. I feel like that should be a t-shirt. Like, it's there. We see it. It's right in front of our face. All you gotta do, open your eyes. It's right there. You just gotta open your eyes. Sami Zayn, he's taking a step back in 2025, y'all. He's already taken a step back. He's already taken a step back. After all of the success in which he had in early 2024, after people getting optimistic about Sami Zayn, people wanting to see Sami Zayn succeed in terms of being a main event type talent, right? He's surrounded with top tier talent. He's surrounded by main event talent. He's working with top tier talent, but he can't break through the glass ceiling. And now, as we go into 2025, Monday Night Raw, it's at least 3 hours. SmackDown is at least 3 hours until June. You're going to have new talent be called up. You're going to have more talent getting opportunities. Sami Zayn's falling down the card, right? Like, there's no denying that. It's right there for you to look at. So if you see it in that lens, it's like, okay, where does Sami Zayn go? Like, clearly they want him as a babyface, so they can't turn him heel and get a renewed push. It's not like he's not getting pushed right now. He's in the Bloodline storyline. He's with Jay. He's in there with Seth and Drew, right? Like, so the positioning is not the problem. It's just the match result. It's weird. You don't really see that often, where you have a guy that is working with top tier talent and lose while doing it as a babyface, right? Like, you'll see that with the heels, because that's what a heel job is to lose, right? They get heat. You get your babyface riled up. Babyface goes over, he gets his big revenge, makes everybody happy, right? Like, that's psychology 101. You don't see that with a babyface very often. It's weird, and I just don't think everybody's talking about it enough. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't explain it. I've thought about it. Can't do it. So we're going to see where they go with Sami Zayn in 2025, but they're not off to a very good start, in my opinion.